All right, here's a few more literal equations we're going to solve. Now, number 5 is a great one. I love this problem because it comes up so much and it is using the distributive property in an opposite way. So I have ax minus bx equals c, and I want to solve for x. So notice both of these terms have x, but I can't combine them because they're not numbers. But what I can do is undo the distributive property. So think about it. If both of these terms have x, that means there was something that was multiplied by x. What did I have to multiply in here or distribute x to in order to get ax minus bx? Well, that would be a minus b. Look at it. If I distributed that x, I would have this term up here. So now what I can do to isolate x is all one step, divide by that quantity, a minus b. That cancels. X equals c over a minus b. That is a very useful backwards undoing of distributive property, also known as factoring. So keep that in mind. Once again, I apologize for my crazy dogs outside if you can hear them. If not, great. So I'm going to try number 6 with you, and then number 7 I'm going to leave for you to try on your own again with number 4. So I'm sorry, with number 2 from the previous video. So we're trying to isolate a. That means everything else except for a is going to be treated as a constant and move to the other side of the equation. So add or subtract before you multiply or divide when solving equations. Since I'm adding v naught, I'm going to subtract that from both sides. So I have my initial velocity. Actually, I don't really know what these terms stand for. Vi minus v naught equals 1/2 at squared. So we're getting closer. I need to isolate a. So a is being multiplied by 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 1/2 on both sides. Now that cancels here. Now, how do we divide by a fraction? Hopefully you're all screaming to me, flip it and multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. So I'm actually multiplying this all by 2. Now, if you'd like, you can distribute that 2. It's up to you. I'm just going to leave it as is. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference. I'm almost there. I want to isolate a. The last thing I need to do is get rid of this t squared. A is being multiplied by t squared. The opposite operation of multiplication is division. And now I have solved for a. It equals 2 multiplied by vi minus v naught all over t squared. So go ahead and try to see if you can solve number 7 for M1. We'll discuss these tomorrow in class.